Welcome back to the second hour of LoveBabz Love Talk. I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy. You're listening to me on 103.5 WNHH, live streaming on the New Haven Independent and across our social media sites. So if you can see me, you see me on YouTube, you see me on X, you see me on Facebook, you see me, I don't know where we at. Are we on the gram too, Harry? Mm. I boiled some eggs this morning, so I had to have one. Had to have an egg and some water, you know. And I had a vegan blueberry muffin earlier, which was yummy. Although they're very sticky. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know how to explain it. Uh, I don't know how to explain it, but they're sticky. So anyway, the economic blackout, they got some numbers back. And the data is starting to come in from the February 28th Consumer One Day Economic Blackout as more boycotts of specific retailers prepare to launch, including a 40-day fast against Target. That starts Wednesday, and a 1 week Amazon boycott that begins Friday. I'm with the Target. I'm with all of it. So, so during February 28th event, consumers participating in the boycott were encouraged not to spend money anywhere for 1 day. And if they had to spend, they were encouraged to buy from a local business, which is what I did. I needed something, and I went to a local business. It is difficult to gauge the economic impact of 1 day action with data, but information from several different firms show both some potential impact from 1 day action in affecting in-person and e-commerce traffic at some retailers, as well as Amazon sales staying roughly the same. What economic impact did the blackout have? At least one measure showed Amazon sales were slightly higher on February 28th. Momentum Commerce, a digital retail consultancy company, said its analysis of Amazon sales on Friday did not show a measurable difference from previous Fridays. Overall, during the 24-hour period, sales on Amazon US across Momentum Commerce clients base were 1% higher than the average over the previous 8 Fridays. Okay, so just in the U.S., Amazon rakes in north of $1 billion in retail sales every single day, making it naturally resilient, particularly when it comes to short-term disruptions. So they're going to keep tracking that. I'm over at USA Today reading this piece. Uh, so you know what? I don't need to be in these places nowhere because I don't got nothing. I don't need nothing. So, so I'm I'll tell you what it said. Target web traffic was down 1% to 4.7 million on February 28th, compared to the previous Friday of 4.8 million. Target app was down 10.9% to 3.5 million users compared to 3.9 million the previous Friday. Walmart web traffic was down 6.5% to 11.2 million on February 28th, compared to the previous Friday of 11.9 million. And the Walmart app users were also down 2.5% to 13.6 million compared to 13.9 million the previous Friday. Amazon's web traffic was down 4.6% to 65.9 million on Friday, February 28th, compared to 69.1 million the previous Friday. The Amazon app traffic was also down 1.7% on February 28th to 51.4 million compared to 52.2 million the previous Friday. And Costco, which has seen some extra support from some consumers after its board of directors voted down an effort to drop diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts, saw an 8.3% increase on its website traffic on February 28th at 2.9 million compared to 2.7 million the previous Friday. Its app traffic, however, dropped 6.9% to 1.3 million on February 28th compared to 1.4 million. So was foot traffic affected by the economic blackout? Well, another firm, Placer.ai, uses a panel of tens of millions of devices and utilizes machine learning to make estimations from in-store visits to locations across the country. And here's what they found. Target in-store foot traffic was down 9.5% on February 28th compared to March 1st, 2024, the same Friday a year ago. Traffic was also down 10.7% on February 28th compared to the average of the previous 5 Fridays and down 4.1% on February 28th compared to the year-to-date daily average from January 1st through February 27th. Walmart foot traffic was down 6.3% on February 28th compared to the same Friday a year ago. So down 2.5% compared to the average of the previous 5 Fridays and up 7.2% when compared to the last year to date daily averages. And Starbucks foot traffic was down 3.2% on February 28th compared to the same Friday a year ago, up 1.8% compared to the average of the previous 5 Fridays, up to 15.5% compared to the year-to-date daily average. So that data reveals that many retailers experienced year-over-year decline in weekly visits throughout February 2025, driven by post-holiday spending pullbacks, a decreased consumer confidence, economic and tariff uncertainty, and unseasonably cold weather. And while economic blackout day on February 28th may have been influenced by these factors, its specific impact is difficult to isolate, as most retailers saw a year-over-year decline in line with recent weekly trends. Amazon and Target did not return messages seeking comment about the February 28th economic blackout or other boycotts. And a Walmart employee spokesperson declined comment. So, okay. Did AI have a role in spreading information about the blackout? Posts about the February 28th economic boycotts boycott spread widely on social media among consumers, but one firm said it's possible the effort also got a boost from social media bots. Those bots are everywhere, man. Boy, oh boy. It found about 391 fake profiles on X promoting the boycott using the hashtag economic blackout, with boycott Walmart, boycott Target, boycott Best Buy being targeted the most. The bots influence real accounts with content shared by fake profiles reaching 5.33 million views. These bots, boy. As the number of accounts participating increased, other social media accounts, both real and fake, joined the conversation using the same hashtag, but with other grievances towards the companies, such as their DEI policies, causing an even bigger brand reputation challenge for the companies targeted. Okay. So the presence of fake profiles in this discourse was particularly concerning, as those coordinated accounts often seek to incite anger and confusion and create polarizations, the company told the USA Today. Fakes have also become harder to identify as fake and therefore pose a bigger than ever challenge for brands that often try to mitigate the crises without realizing they are interacting with fake profiles. I mean, that's the same with the political process too. You know, they 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 get in there and they do all that fake regurgitating stuff and get people all riled up. So, what other boycotts are planned? Well, I'll tell you. The February 28th boycott was one of several planned by different groups. A national boycott of Target started February 1st to coincide with Black History Month. It was launched by civil rights activists in Minneapolis who were upset that Target has rolled back its DEI programs. Another boycott that lasts through the end of the year was outlined on Instagram by comedian and actress Leslie Jones. It encourages consumers to buy directly from Black-owned businesses and outlines planned protests in certain months against Amazon, Target, and Walmart. Some members of the Black faith community also plan a 40-day fast or boycott of Target because of its retreat from DEI initiatives starting Ash Wednesday, March 5th. A website, targetfast.org, has been created with more information. Bishop Reginald T. Jackson, leader of the African Methodist Episcopal Church's 2nd District, announced the 40-day fast against Target last month at the Metropolitan African Methodist Episcopal Church in Washington, D.C. The Latino community has also been active on social media using the hashtag Latino Freeze. Come through, Latinos, encouraging supporters to hold your money amid freezes on DEI initiatives, reduce funding for the National Institute of Health, and actions on immigration. The movement encourages Latino Americans to shop only for essentials and to be thoughtful about where to buy, with a focus on supporting Latino American, Black American, and allied American businesses that are supportive to this movement. So, February 28th, economic blackout. Some consumers are not spending money for February 28th economic black. And here's what to know. So we know because Reverend Al Sharpton and the National Action Network held a few boycotts. Then they went to Target. I mean, they went to Costco and they spent money in Costco and all of that. So do boycotts work? Well, boycotts have mixed results. They work because we learned from the boycotts in Montgomery uh, that they work. So they could I mean they could shame a corporation. They could do all the things. This has to be over a period of time. I don't think one day could do it. I think you got to do it over a period of time. And that's why this 40-day target fast is critical. So I'm here for it. And listen, I know it's gonna hurt some folks. It is. But you know what's gonna hurt more? Not doing a damn thing and accepting compliance without fighting. Do you know what I mean? Like we just don't have to we don't have to accept this. We can vote with our pocketbooks. That's all I'm saying. We could not only vote at the polls, we can vote with our pocketbooks and our feet. And our feet. Oh my God, daylight savings time. It's coming. Yay. I guess. I feel like I just turned my clock. Oh, I guess I'll turn it back. I guess I'll turn it back. Let's see. Daylight savings 2025. So Sunday, March 9th. And then we don't do it again until November. So Sunday, March 9th. That's this week. So spring ahead, fall back. So the days are getting longer. That's nice. Because I know everybody feels a way about uh I know people feel some kind of way about it being dark at 4:30. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I feel you. I'm not so affected by it. People have that seasonal disorder. I don't suffer from any of that. It's like, oh, it's dark at 4:30. I don't like it. That's it. Like it doesn't depress me. I'm like, all right, whatever. It's dark. I like when it stays light till 7, 8 o'clock at night. But I'm fine with that too, right? So, you know, I'm with that too. So, uh, anyway, if you get this weather's getting nice, you want to go to these national parks, just keep in mind it'll fire so many people. Uh, More than 750 of them have been fired, so your parks ain't gonna be in good shape, and it's gonna be challenging if you go to the park and it's nasty and the bathrooms aren't clean and paper and trash all over the place and the animals are sick and whatever the hell happens in parks. So I thought I'd just let you know. Because I know people who love to go to parks. They love these national and honestly, our national parks in this country are absolute treasures. They are, and they deserve our care. I mean, this is an environmental issue. They deserve our care and our concern. I mean, if we can't take care of our national parks, what the hell are we even doing? I get the sense that this president hates America. I mean, you have to hate America to not want to care about America. And I saw something earlier that said Donald Trump doesn't want America to be the leaders of the world. You have to think like that in order to carry on this foolishness. You think Putin is smarter? You think Russians and Putin and all of them would be a better leader to the world than us? White supremacy. I know. Ugh. Well, what are you gonna do? Not a damn thing. And they've already refuted all the lies Donald Trump told in his speech last night. I don't even know how you get up there and say all that stuff when you know you're lying and they're just gonna fact check you all day. Is your name even Donald Trump? Oh my God. And you got this crazy Kennedy in there. Doesn't understand anything about anything. I don't think anybody, I think the only people that should be running the health of this country are doctors. I don't think civilians in and of themselves should be doing it. I just don't. I need somebody with some medical understanding and teaching and training. I don't get it. Lord, you know. Anyway, what are the results? Okay, I read that. Oh, the tariffs. If y'all are trying to build a house, better get it done before these tariffs take. I guess these tariffs are gonna take. They're already put in. I want to see people go to the grocery store and faint. I want to see some fainting in the grocery stores. That's what I want to see. I want to see eggs $20 a dozen. I want to see that. I want to see people falling out. I didn't vote for this. Yes, the hell you did. And I don't think Donald Trump actually won. I think they rigged that thing. Kamala is a nice woman, but I think that mess was rigged. I don't. He didn't win the popular vote. I think it was rigged. 'Cause these white men didn't want that black woman running this country. And you can't tell me different. 'Cause white men are gonna white men. That's what I know. White men are gonna white men. So I'm just putting it out there. I don't know if anybody's gonna pick it up or do anything with it, but I don't think I really don't think she lost. You know. I'd like to see her run again. I think she could do it. But these white men are not gonna stand for it. She opened the door. She certainly opened the door. She certainly opened the door, you know. So anyway, we'll see. We shall see. We shall see. No, I'm not going to that. There's a lot going on. Lots of good music happening. If you're not paying attention, the Firehouse 12, they've got their spring calendar out of concerts. If you've never been to Firehouse 12, uh, if you've never been to Firehouse 12, uh, then that would be uh, would be uh, a good thing if you've never gone there. And it's a vegan restaurant, and their food is good. I haven't been there in a minute. But they do have a concert coming up, I think Friday or Saturday. The tickets are like $20 or something, you know. So feel free to get a ticket and come sit down and listen to some music. I know everything that we're dealing with is gonna be right there when you walk out of the concert. So get some music into your life. That's all I'm saying. Get you some music in your life that'll help make you feel better. Because God knows, yeesh, yeah. So I'm just listen. I don't know what else to tell you. We all gonna do the best that we can, or at least try. And soon it'll be time for gladiolas blooming. I'm looking forward to that. And if you haven't gotten vaccinated for stuff, go get vaccinated for stuff. Whatever you should get vaccinated for, get vaccinated for. Because God knows the way this thing is going. These eradicated diseases are making their way back into our consciousness, and no one should be dying from measles and whooping cough and none of that mess. We have eradicated that, and I don't get it. So anyway, just because I think I need to step up my vaccines. I might as well go ahead and get them all, make the appointments, and just do it all. Do it all, do it all, do it all, and see what happens. So, so I'm gonna at some point today take a walk, a prayer walk. That's what I'm gonna do. Part of my Lenten journey this 40 days is a prayer walk, and then resurrect my prayer journal for the next 40 days. That's what I'd like to do. You know, get me a little prayer journal and just capture some prayers of this moment. And believe me, I got a gazillion journals, so I don't need to buy another one. I probably have a box full of journals somewhere. I just look through my things, and that's probably what I'll do. Although this is gonna be one of these weekends where it's like a whole bunch of things going on. Uh, I'm doing something for the Deltas on Saturday in the morning. I'm going to be talking about women's suffrage. So I'll be doing that. And then Sunday, the Broken Umbrella folks are having their fundraiser at Bar. And Bar has good ass pizza and good beer. So buy you a ticket Uh, you go to their website, they got it, it's all posted up. And if you're on their email, I'm sure you got one in the email. But now, it's going to be a broken umbrella reading of the play, the pizza play that we're working on. And so from like 12 to 3 or something. So come have a slice of pizza, hear a little bit of the play, catch up with folks. And then I'm going to go on over to the green because the last enslaved folks that were sold on the New Haven Green will be honored. Lucy and Lois Triton, last enslaved people sold on the Green. And so Trinity Church on the Green, 230 Temple Street, is going to have sort of a memorial service of sorts from like 5 to 6. And I just feel like I'm compelled to do that. I just feel compelled. I just feel very compelled. Because every time I think about it, it just it gives me a weird feeling in my body when I say the last enslaved people that was bought on that green. Because, in our everyday consciousness, we don't think about it. But now it's been on my mind ever since they announced it. And it bothers me. So uh, maybe I could have somebody on the air to talk about it, you know, about what we know. Maybe I'll reach out today. I have somebody come and talk, tomorrow or Friday. I got time. Yeah, that would be really nice. I could get somebody to come on and talk about that and see what happens. Give everybody some perspective and some background on what this means. Um, and listening to Chaz Warner talk about, these documents weren't buried or hidden. These documents were uh, these documents were just ready to be picked up and read. They weren't hidden or lost. You know, and I was like, well, okay. And I think sometimes we think when we find these kinds of documents that they were just lost or hidden or whatever. They weren't. They're legal documents still standing. I was like, okay, all right, cool. So anyway, ugh, what a way, what a world, what a day. Happy Women's History Month still. We're day 5. I love seeing all these women timeline, all these things on my timeline about women, women's first, and all of that. It's really nice to see women celebrated, and it's pretty damn good. Like, and I'm seeing like women artists, women scientists, all kinds of women in every sort of walk. It's pretty nice. Uh, pretty nice. So. So if you're looking for a little quick pick me up on women's history, just get on social media and see who's talking about what. I mean, I think that's a quick way. Unless you make your way to the library, because all libraries everywhere have whole sections of women history books and all that stuff out there. So you don't have to feel like you have to go and search. It's not a deep dive. You just walk in there and it's right there. And it's all kinds of women, indigenous women, white women, black women, uh, uh, all kinds, scientists, artists. So just, uh, get into it. And if you don't know anything about women's history, now would be this month would be a good time to open your mind and learn something that you didn't know before. You know. There's some things out there that you should know. Um, I can't give it to you all. You go figure it out. Some of y'all got daughters and granddaughters. You've got mothers and aunties and all the things. Uh, Celebrate them. Find out some long-held stories in your family, really, of women who have done extraordinary things. You may not know until you like start poking around and asking questions. So go ask abuela or grandmama or Madeir or whoever, you know, tell me about your life, or ask them pointed questions like, when you were a kid in school, what was your favorite thing to do after school? Or, uh, that kind of stuff. Don't ask yes and no questions. Ask them questions that get them to talking about, their lives and the stories behind, you know, hey, grandma, who taught you how to make this cornbread? It's like that's how you begin to get into the heart of stories. This is Women's History Month. These are history. You have women in your own families whose histories and stories will be electrifying and interesting if you just ask the questions and find out. You don't got to go far. Just ask the questions, and start making this a habit, right? So that you get a well-rounded sense of your story and origin of your family. So that's what I got for you today. So I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday, which is like weekend eve. I'll let you know what I'm getting into. So listen, enjoy the first day of Lent. Pray, fast, give. That's it. I'll be back tomorrow.